Chandamama Ramayana, 31st part. The commencement of Sundara Kanda. Upon being encouraged by Jambava, Hanuman, carrying the signet ring of Rama, resolved to cross over to Lanka and discover the abode where Ravana had kept Sita. He expanded his form and moved to and fro upon Mount Mahendra, uprooting massive trees with his chest and roaming for a while, slaying wild beasts. Before his departure, he offered salutations to Surya, Indra, Vayudev, and Brahma. Then, planting his hands and feet upon Mount Mahendra, he gave a mighty heave. The immovable Mount Mahendra trembled at that heave. The boulders upon it shattered. The creatures dwelling within its caves cried out in distress. The Vidyadharas residing on the mountain fled in alarm into the sky. Sages, Charanas, and Siddhs began to speak of Hanuman's endeavor to leap across the ocean to reach Lanka. Hanuman shook the hair upon his body and let forth a thunderous roar. Looking once toward the distance and once toward the heavens, he spoke to the gathered Vanaras, including Jambava, "I shall travel to Lanka with the velocity of Rama's arrow. If Sita is not found there, I shall proceed with the same speed to the heavens. Should she not be there either, I shall return to Lanka, seize Ravana, and bring him here. If fortune favors, I shall bring Sita herself. Otherwise, I shall tear up Lanka along with Ravana and bring it here," he declared. Having spoken these words, Hanuman soared into the sky. By the sheer force of his flight, great trees were uprooted into the air behind him, flying for a distance before falling into the ocean. As though kinsmen escorting a traveler departing on a long journey, those trees followed Hanuman for a while. Even after they fell, their blossoms continued to follow in Hanuman's wake for some distance more. As Hanuman sped southward over the ocean, the wind rushing between his arms produced a mighty roar. He headed toward Lanka like a comet foretelling disaster. Due to his immense speed, great waves rose in turmoil in the ocean beneath him. His shadow fell upon the ocean, spanning 10 yojanas in width and 30 yojanas in length. The celestials marveled at Hanuman as he traversed the ocean in this manner. Samudra also felt a desire to assist Hanuman. This was because Sagra, who had caused the ocean to expand, belonged to the Ikshvaku dynasty, and Hanuman was traveling on the mission of Rama, born of that very lineage. This became a fitting opportunity for Samudra to show his gratitude to the Ikshvaku lineage. Therefore, Samudra spoke to Mount Manaka, who lay hidden within him, "O Manaka, you, who stand as a barrier preventing the demons of the netherworld from rising, I shall now assign you a small task." Hanuman, the foremost of Vanaras, is flying toward Lanka with supreme valor on the mission of Rama. Since you possess the power to grow upwards and sideways, rise forth and offer a moment of rest to Hanuman. After resting upon you for a while, Hanuman will be able to travel the remaining distance with greater ease, he said. Then, Mount Manaka, possessing golden peaks, rose into the sky as requested by Samudra. Its golden summits shone like 100 suns. Seeing Manaka rise suddenly across his path, Hanuman thought, "This has risen to obstruct my way with the intent to obstruct my task," and gave the mountain a shove with his chest, causing it to rear aside. Manaka was greatly pleased by the speed of Hanuman, who had pushed him aside so effortlessly. Assuming a human form and standing upon a peak, he said, "O Vanara hero, while performing the impossible feat of leaping across the ocean, you have not even tired, and yet you cast me aside. Rest for a while upon my peak." Long ago, Rama's ancestor Sagra and his sons performed a great service to Samudra. Therefore, it is Samudra's wish to offer some assistance to you, who travel on Rama's mission, and thus repay the Ikshvakus. For this reason, Samudra requested me to provide you rest. Stay upon me, relieve your weariness, partake of roots and fruits, and then proceed. When any guest is worthy of worship, need I say more for a guest such as you? You are a great scholar. Furthermore, you are the son of Vayudev. I am indebted to Vayudev. In the Krita Yuga, all mountains possessed wings. They used to fly swiftly through the air. Seeing this, even the gods and sages grew fearful. Then Indra, with his thunderbolt, severed the wings of mountains by the thousands. As Indra approached to sever my wings as well, your father, Vayudev, carried me away with great speed and saved me from Indra's reach. By his grace, my wings were preserved. Therefore, you must not refuse the hospitality offered by me and Samudra, he said. To this, Hanuman replied, I am very pleased. Your words alone are hospitality enough for me. Do not be offended that I declined your offering. It is impossible for me to rest while dedicated to this mission. I gave my word to the Vanaras that I would reach Lanka like Rama's arrow, he said, and touching Manaka with his hand, he moved forward with a countenance radiant with joy. May you achieve success in your mission, blessed Samudra and Manaka. Hanuman soared even higher into the sky and continued his journey. To test Hanuman as he flew toward Lanka with such resolve, the celestials approached Sursa, the mother of serpents, and said, Hanuman, the son of Vayu, is flying over the ocean to reach Lanka. Assume a terrifying form and obstruct his path. We wish to see whether he will overcome you and proceed, or grow fearful upon seeing you. It is the desire of us all to know the extent of his prowess, they said. To fulfill their wish, Sursa assumed a mountain-like demonic form with massive tusks and terrifying eyes the color of yellow orpiment. Standing across Hanuman's path, she said, Hanuman, the gods have granted me permission to devour you, therefore, enter my mouth, she declared. Hanuman offered salutations to Sursa and said, with a smile, while Rama was dwelling in the forest, Ravana abducted his wife Sita in his absence. I am now going to Sita as Rama's messenger. Since you dwell within Rama's domain, you too should assist in Rama's work. If you insist, I shall see Sita, return to Rama, obtain his permission, and then enter your mouth. I have no objection to that, he said. Sursa, without answering those words, said, no one can pass me. I have such a boon. Brahma has granted me the boon that whoever comes before my mouth cannot escape. Therefore, enter my mouth, she said, standing before Hanuman with her mouth wide open. Provoked by these words, Hanuman said, then open your mouth wide enough to swallow me, and expanded his body to the measure of 10 yojanas. Immediately, Sursa expanded her mouth to 20 yojanas. In anger, Hanuman grew his body to 30 yojanas. Sursa expanded her mouth to 40 yojanas. Hanuman grew his body to 50 yojanas. In this manner of competition, Hanuman's body reached 90 yojanas, and Sursa's mouth became 100 yojanas wide. Suddenly, Hanuman made his body as tiny as a thumb, entered Sursa's mouth like a dragonfly, came out again, and said, O Sursa, the boon given to you by Brahma has been fulfilled. Having come before your mouth, I have entered it. Now, let me go. I must reach the place where Sita is, he said. Sursa discarded her demonic form, assumed her natural appearance, and said, Go, my son. You shall be victorious. Reunite Rama and Sita, she said, and returned to her abode. Hanuman resumed his journey. A demonic creature named Sinhika, dwelling in the ocean, saw Hanuman flying through the sky. Being hungry and wishing to devour him, she caught his shadow and pulled it. Noticing that someone was pulling him back, Hanuman was surprised. Looking in all directions, he saw Sinhika upon the ocean. Upon seeing her grasping his shadow, Hanuman remembered the words Sugriv had once spoken. Sugriv had mentioned a strange creature in the southern ocean that could catch one's shadow. Hanuman realized this must be it. Before the power of Sinhika, Hanuman's prowess seemed of no avail. She pulled him toward her. Hanuman expanded his body immensely. Accordingly, Sinhika also opened her mouth terrifyingly. Through that open mouth, Hanuman observed her vital organs. Shrinking his body to a small size, he entered within, tore through Sinhika's vitals, and emerged before she could close her mouth, then restored his body to its great size. Sinhika's heart stopped, she lost consciousness and died, floating upon the water. Seeing the dead Sinhika and the Hanuman who slew her, the celestial beings roaming the sky were greatly pleased and praised Hanuman. Hanuman set forth once again. After some time, the opposite shore of the ocean became visible to him. Forests were seen there. As he proceeded, the island of Lanka, its groves, and trees became more clearly visible. He saw the rivers of Lanka flowing into the ocean. Hanuman then remembered that his body was still immense. If the demons in Lanka saw him in such a form, they would raise an alarm and inform everyone. Then, the purpose for which he came would be ruined. Therefore, Hanuman reduced his body to a small size. With that form, he alighted upon Mount Alamba. Upon it were broken trees, scrupine bushes, and coconut trees. High upon Mount Trikuta, the city of Lanka was visible. It appeared like the city of Amravati belonging to Lord Indra. The 31st part of Chandamama Ramayana is complete. For now, Swasti.